Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and I am the creator behind Lily Rose Craft Room. And if you're new here, welcome. So on my channel, I teach you guys everything from Cricut crafts to sublimation to DTF printing to laser engraving, laser cutting. And now we are incorporating our 3D printer. So if you guys are here for it, make sure you are subscribed to my channel and tap the notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any new videos. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make 3D printed straw toppers. We're going to make two different sizes and we are going to be doing complete beginner's basic with happy faces. So I chose the easiest thing I can find, which is a happy face. And since this is our first video, I'm gonna make it super easy for you guys. I do plan on making more videos with more complex straw toppers, like different colors, more layering. But for now, we're going super basic with a happy face. So let's get right onto the video. So to start off with a straw topper, you're gonna need an SVG. And one of my favorite places to get an SVG is from Creative Fabrica. I love this website. There's so many different SVGs, PNGs, fonts, different types of files. There's so many. If you guys don't have Creative Fabrica, I do have a link in my description. It's 10 free downloads or 1 month free, whichever one comes first. So if you guys don't have it, I suggest you take advantage of it. Get your 10 free downloads, and if you like it, you can stay. Okay, so we're gonna need an SVG, and we're gonna go completely basic on this straw topper since this is a beginner's video. So we're gonna go as basic as it can be with a happy face. So on the search bar, I just typed in happy face, and we're gonna look for the most basic happy face. I found one earlier. Let's see where it went. Where are you? It was a yellow happy face. Right here. So we're gonna select that. And we're just going to hit download, and it should download over here for me. Here we are. We're going to open the file because it's a zip file if you have Windows. We're going to extract. And then next, we're going to go over to an editing software. I use Adobe Illustrator. You just need a software to edit. So Adobe Illustrator, you do have to pay. I think I pay like $30 a month, I believe. I think Inkscape is free. I've never tried it, but I've heard people use it. But this is what I use, is Adobe Illustrator. So I'm gonna go over to new file, and I'm just gonna do a 3 by 3 inch canvas. So the sizing right now really doesn't matter. We're going to do all the sizing in the Tinkercad software when we're doing the 3D. But for now, we're just getting our layers. So I'm going to go on File, and we're going to hit Place. And this is going to bring in our happy face. So you just got to find it. Right here. Happy face. And this is our SVG. We're going to place it. And it places it super huge at the beginning. So let me just zoom out, and we're going to bring this in. Hold on. We're going to make this smaller and fit it to our canvas size, and then we're going to zoom back in. All right, here we are. Okay, make it smaller. Okay, here we are. So what I like to do is I'm going to right click, and I'm going to copy the whole thing, and then I'm going to paste it. So I have two designs, and what this drop topper is going to be, it's going to be a yellow, whole entire yellow base with raised black eyes, mouth, and then that circle. So I'm gonna highlight this whole everything right here, and then we're gonna go over to Pathfinder right here, and then we're gonna select this one, Unite, and this is gonna weld everything together, and this is gonna be our base. So right now the color doesn't matter, but just so we can see, I'm gonna change this yellow. Okay, so next from this group right here, all we need is the eyes, the mouth, and the circle. So we're gonna select it, and then we're gonna select ungroup. So this is gonna ungroup the eyes right here. You can see on the side, the eyes, the mouth, and the circle. So let's get rid of the yellow. We're gonna hit backspace. And what is this? Oh, this other one is this yellow one. So once we have our 2 layers, we're going to highlight this black outline, and then we're gonna select group it. So now we can move it. This is one group, and this is the number 2 group. So these are our layers that we're gonna bring into Tinkercad. So next we're going to need to save these layers. So we're going to open up another window. So we're just gonna put new, and just do the same size, create. Okay, so now we have our happy face here and then a blank one right here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to right click, we're gonna copy this black one right here, and we're going to right click again and paste it. So there it is. So I'm just gonna delete this one because we don't need it right now because we have it over here. Let me zoom out so it can be the same. All right, so here's our both of them. So we're going to save this now. So we're going to go on File, Save As, save on the computer, and then we're just going to, I'm going to save it in the downloads. We're going to, on the type, we're going to change it to SVG. So I'm just going to put yellow happy face. And then we're gonna save it, okay? Next, we're gonna save the black one. So we're gonna go on File, we're gonna do the same thing, Save As, and then we're gonna go save on your computer. And then, I forgot where I saved the other one. Was it on Downloads? I think so. So save as an SVG. Oh yeah, it's right there on the downloads. Okay, and then we're gonna put happy face outline. Happy face outline. Okay, so next we're gonna go over to tinkercad.com, and this is a free software, so you could just make a login and it saves all your design for you. You have a what is this called? Like a library of all your designs, and it saves it for you. So we're gonna go ahead and select create 3D design, and then it's gonna give you your work plane right here. Okay, so this is our 3D work plane. So if you move this little dice here in the corner, this cube, you can move it up, down, side to slide, or whatever. So we're gonna import our layers. So we're just gonna go right here and we're gonna select import, choose a file, and then we're gonna choose our file. We're gonna do the base first, which is the yellow base. We're gonna open it and we're gonna center it on the art. And then we're gonna scale it to 50. Import it. And it should import right here. So this is our base. So we could change the color here if we want to already. Let's do yellow, okay. So next we are going to import our other outline. So we're gonna again click import, choose a file. We're gonna do it the same way. And then this time we're gonna choose the outline, open. And then again, we're gonna center it on the art. And we have to bring them all the same size. You bring all your layers the same size. So again, we're gonna do 50% and we're gonna select import. And then there is our happy face. And I'm just gonna change that color to black. So here is our design, and with this cube you can move it side to side and just, you know, take a look at it. So next we are going to scale our design to our straw topper. So typically when I do my straw toppers, I do it no more than 43 millimeters tall and 45 millimeters wide. So between 43 and 45 millimeters is the perfect size for a straw topper. Okay, so I'm going to hit shift on my computer, and then we're gonna bring in this corner right here to, oh wait, no, go back. We're gonna highlight both of them. Make sure you highlight both so it can scale together. So you have to hold shift on your keyboard and bring in a corner. If you don't hold shift, this is what's gonna happen. It's not gonna resize like together. So hold shift and it's gonna bring it down like that in uniform. So for this straw topper, I'm gonna make it 43 millimeters. So it's a circle, so it's gonna be the same size with the length and the width. So 43. Let's do 43. Or you can just type it in right here, 43 millimeters, and right here, 43 millimeters. There it is. Okay. So now we have it the right size of our straw topper. So next, what we're gonna do is we're going to separate them, and then we're going to give it our dimension, our depth. So for a straw topper, typically I make them at 14 millimeters. The base is 14 millimeters. So you're going to adjust the size with this one right here, with this little square. So you can bring it up and down. So I typically have it at 14. At 14, okay. And then the layers, I usually do them at 2 millimeters. So if we bring this over, you can see that this one is still at the bottom. So you can either, you know, raise it higher, or this is what I like to do. So I select this work plane tool right here. So we're gonna click that, and we're gonna hover over the top of our base right there. And then to bring this black outline up, we're gonna select the letter D on our keyboard, and it brings it up. So once it's up, we can bring it over here. Okay, so now we gotta make our work plane the bottom again. So we're gonna select the work plane tool again and click the bottom. And there we have our work plane, and this is above. Okay, I know there's a lot of steps. It's pretty, it's not tricky, it's just really like tedious with all the steps. So if you're following along with me, give me a thumbs up to know that we're on the same page. Or is it too difficult? But there is a lot of steps. So, okay. So, like I said, the top layers, I usually do 2 millimeters. So we're gonna select the center right here, and that's the top. And then we're gonna just type in 2, enter, and then that gives us our 2 millimeters, just like that. Okay. So now we have everything perfect. We got our right depth for the yellow, and then the black one, we have the right depth. So now we're going to center everything. So what we do is highlight both of them, click our align tool, and we're just going to align with this one and this one. You don't want to do the up down one because it's going to bring the top layer to the middle and it's going to center like that, but we want it at the top. So now that's why we only center right here, the sides with this one and this one. Do not do this one. I'll just show you. See, it brings it to the middle, so we don't want that. So let's just go back, and it is aligned on all edges. See, Okay, so now that's that. So we're gonna rename it right here. It just gives you a random name, so you could just name it whatever. Happy face. All right. So this is what I like to do because I also sell my designs. I keep one as the original, and then I make a size for the Stanley size and then the standard size. So this is what I do. So this is I keep this one as my original, and then I go back up here where it says Tinkercad. I select that, and that's going to take me back to my library. And I'm going to duplicate because I don't want to mess this one up because I'm going to make two more of the straw toppers. I'm going to make the Stanley one and then the standard size. So we're going to select this little gear right here, and we're going to duplicate it. Okay, and then we're just going to change the name. This is what I do. We're going to change the name to, let's do the 10 millimeters. Okay, so next we're going to get our straw in. So we're going to select this shape right here. It's called the cylinder, and this is going to be the transparent one. So we click it, and then we're just going to click anywhere here on our work plane, and that's going to bring it in. So we're going to bring this one really high. So pretend that's the straw, so it needs to pass the topper. So right here on these corners, if you hover over it, that's going to be your measurements. So we're going to we're going to make it 10 millimeters because this is the size of the Stanley toppers that I do. So I do 10 millimeters. Some people do 10.2. Some people even do like a 12 millimeter. I do 10 millimeters because I like it how it fits snug. Let me find one that I have. Okay, this is one that I made. This is a 10 millimeter, and I like how it just sits there. It doesn't like slide in all the way to the bottom when you put it, but it holds. So that's why I like the 10 millimeters. Okay, so now that we have it at 10 millimeters, we're going to rotate our cylinder, and this is going to be our straw. So if you see right here, we have 0 degrees, so we're going to make it 90. So with these arrows, we're just going to turn it, and you see at the top it says 90, and then we're going to turn it again. So I think here at the bottom, yeah. So here at the bottom, you see more arrows, and we're going to turn it straight. Just like that until it gets to 90. So next, you see that it's flying. Oops. This straw is up in the air. Why is it going there? Okay, so we're gonna bring our straw down to the bottom of our work plane. So to do that, you just select the straw, and you're gonna press D on your keyboard, and it's gonna drop it down. So just like that. And then next we're going to align it on our straw topper. So next we're going to cut the hole. So we're just going to place it over, but make sure that the straw is going through, because if it doesn't go all the way through, if it's like this, it's not going to cut it all the way through. So make sure it's all the way through. It doesn't matter if it's right here or right there. Just make sure it goes all the way through. Okay, so next we're just going to highlight our cylinder and the base. So we have both of them selected, and you can see I have two shapes highlighted. And then next we're going to go right here to align. We're going to select that, and we're going to select the center of this one, and it's going to center in the middle. And this one, it's going to center it like the center in the middle of how thick it is. So now we have our straw topper. And once that's done, those are still both highlighted. We're going to select this one to group them together. So you select that, and you just wait, and it just, see, it cuts it. So now you have your straw topper for the Stanley, the 10 millimeters. So there you go. There's that one. So now that we're done with that one, we're going to save it. So we're going to go here to export it as an STL, and it should be downloaded. There it is. Happy face, 10 millimeters. So next, I like to do the regular size too, and I print them together. So we're gonna go back to right here, Tinkercad. Just select that to go back to the home. So now you have this one right here, the 10 millimeter. So now that that one's done, I'm not gonna edit that one no more. We're gonna go back to our original one, and we're going to make another duplicate. And there it is. This is gonna be our 8 millimeter, and this is for our standard straws. And I like it 8 millimeters because it just like the other one, it just stays. It doesn't slide all over the place. It just fits snug. Okay, so same way, I'm just going to change this one, the name, so I know which one it is. Let's do 8mm. So same way. Let's bring in our cylinder right here. Let's zoom out. And this time we're gonna change it to 8. So we're gonna put 8 here and then 8 over here. So now we have our 8 millimeter circle. So now we gotta bring the straw all the way up, or just enough so it can go through. We're gonna rotate it this way, 90 degrees. And then 90 degrees the other way around. So it's straight. Okay, so now we're gonna move the cube at the top so we can see overhead. So now we're just gonna put it right here so we know that it's all the way through. And then we're gonna bring it back down. So remember, if it's floating, let's press the letter D on our keyboard and it's gonna bring it down. All right, so next we're gonna highlight our cylinder and the bottom of our base. See here, 2 shapes are selected, and we're going to align it so the straw hole is in the middle. We're gonna select this align, and then this one to bring it up in the middle. And now that it's aligned, we're going to select group, and it's going to cut it for us. So now we have our straw topper for the 8 millimeter regular size straw. So now that that's done, we're going to export it to as an STL. And then there, we are done with our files. We're gonna open up our Bambu Lab app, and then we're gonna go on create new project. And then we are going to, I have my Bambu Lab X1 carbon here connected. On the filament, I'm gonna change it to Polylite PLA because this is the one I use. So only the Bambu Lab PLA or the filament will recognize, but if you have like different brands like I do Polylite, you have to manually change them. So I know that my yellow is on the number 2 and the black is on the number 3. So next we are going to bring in our STLs. So we have our 10 millimeter right here. So we're gonna select that one. It's gonna load it in, and then we're gonna select that square again, and it's gonna, and then we're gonna bring in our 8 millimeter. So I like to bring them both in together so I can test them out. So here we have it. It came in as green. Sometimes they come in as white. I don't know, they just come in random colors. But do you notice that we're going to have to manually change the color? So this is how we're going to color it. So you want to make sure you have your right one selected, or right colors. You make sure you have your colors in the right place. And then we're gonna go over to, let me move myself. We're gonna go to objects, and we're gonna change the color. We're gonna right click, change filament color to yellow. Same with this one, change it to yellow. Okay, so now let me show you how I paint the straw toppers. So we're gonna go here on the paint bucket, and then we're gonna make sure the one that you want to, the color that you want to paint is selected. For example, I have the black one selected. And then The ones that I typically use are the height range. So it's gonna color from like the top to the bottom, but it's gonna color like this. Watch, I'll show you. Like that, you can move your mouse up like that, and that's how it's going to color. So let me go back. And my other one that I also like to use is fill. So fill is like the paint bucket. So you're gonna select like the surfaces that you want painted. Just like that. So sometimes I use the fill and the bucket together. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let me just show you how I do that. So you could just move and click your mouse around it to rotate it, or the wheel of the mouse, I just click it and I could bring it up, down, just like that. Okay, so we're gonna use the height first. So we're gonna zoom in so we can see. I have the height range, and I'm going to make sure it's at the top, and I'm gonna bring it all the way to the bottom of the base of the eye. And once it gets to the whole face being black, then I use the paint bucket. I'm gonna click the yellow, and then I'm gonna select the face right here, and now I have a nice outline, and I have my topper like that. So now let's paint the other one. We're gonna select the color paint, and then we're gonna do it the same way. We're gonna select it, select the color painting, and then we're gonna be doing the height range and the fill again. So we're gonna go on the height range, and we're gonna select the top, and we're gonna bring, oh wait, I need to select the black. We're gonna select the top, and we're just gonna bring it down until we get to the bottom, like that. And then next we're gonna select the yellow, and we're gonna use the fill bucket, and we're just going to select the face, and it's gonna bring it back to yellow. That way everything is just nice and even with our outline. So now we are ready to print. We got it colored. Whew! See, I'm telling you, there's so many steps, but it's worth it. But once you get the hang of it, it's easier to like fly by the steps. But I'm telling you, there is a lot of steps. It's time consuming, but it looks good. I have a preset for the toppers that I use. To be honest, I don't really, I can't tell you much of the slicer because I really don't know much about it. But I have played around with like the different speeds and stuff. Like if you go to slice plate, that means it's going to prepare it for printing. And then when you go to slice plate, it will show you like the speed. So sometimes if you don't have like a good print, you might want to slow down the speed. So right here, you're able to see like the different speed, and you can see like the line types and stuff like that. But don't ask me about slicers and stuff because I haven't fully learned everything about it. I'm still learning. But I know how to make the straw toppers. I know how to like play with the settings to make it good. But I don't know what anything means, to be honest with you. I don't know, but I'll show you what I know. So let me go back to showing you let me go back to the step that I was on. We're going to prepare. Okay, so I like to use this prime tower. You can find it right here where it says other. Is it on other? Yeah, the prime tower. I always enable it when I print with colors. That way it kind of like flushes the nozzle when it changes color. That way you don't get color contamination. I like to use it. So okay, we have everything colored. Next we're gonna slice the plate. So when you slice it, that's gonna get it ready to go to the printer. So it tells me right here that my total time is going to be 1 hour and 17 minutes. So that's fine. That's normal. And we're going to change filament 2 times because it's going to go to the yellow and then it's going to do the black. So this looks normal to me. So next we're going to go over to print plate. So we're going to select our PLA. My yellow one is in number 2. and then my black one is in number 3, and make sure those are loaded in the right sections, and you'll be good. And then you just send it. And since the Bambu Lab doesn't recognize the filament that I have, it only recognizes theirs, so it thinks it's unknown. So just hit confirm. And then now we just gotta wait 1 hour and 17 minutes, and then I'll show you guys the results. So here I have my yellow one and my black one. The filament that I use is Polymaker, and I am printing the spool rings. If you guys look on my Instagram, I showed you guys how to print spool rings. So I was in the middle of printing, but then I wanted to do this video, so I held off on these spool rings. But anyways, this is the filament that I use, Polymaker. This is the only brand that I have been using, and it's been working amazing. I do have a link in the description. If you use code LilyRoseCraftRoom10, you get 10% off on the filaments. And you guys know, if you're trying to collect every single color, it does get a little bit pricey, but if you can save a little bit, why not? That is it for today's video. Here is how they look. Super cool. I really like how it just pops out with the layer. It just makes it look super cool. Like I said, these were super basic. I know I was just teaching you guys the basic beginner's guide on how to make straw toppers. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel, because I do want to teach you guys how to make more complex straw toppers with multiple layers. So we just got the basics out of the way. If you guys found this video helpful and you guys watched it all the way through and you guys are still here with us, thank you guys so much. Show me by putting happy face emojis in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you guys want to learn more about straw toppers. I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye!